How you doing? My friend Daft Bugger. I've never talked to him. We've talked on the internet a lot. He still doesn't have my email address. I don't have his email address. But in any case, he had recommended these two stocks, and I think he's a professional investment person. That would be my impression. He's really sharp. I like what he talks about. He has the right kind of politics. He's a progressive. He seems like a good person, so I listen to what he says. So anyway, he recommended two Dow stocks to me. Now, for those of you from Rio Linda, as Rush Limbaugh used to say, for those of you uninitiated in the stock market, the Dow is 30 of the largest companies in the world. They're big. There's 30 of them. And they moving out. I mean, like, I remember years ago, I think it was Microsoft went into the Dow. Correct me if I'm wrong. So let's get to it. Now, there's two types of analysis. This is according to John Bollinger, the inventor of the Bollinger Band, who gave very good advice about investing. I saw this on CNBC. He said, number one, he said, know yourself. Know what you can do. For instance, me, I'm not a real patient person. I like to get in and out. I'll watch the stock. I'll go crazy if it goes down, and I'll be wondering, should I buy, should I trade? Which can be fixed with Seroquel. But still, I'm still that basic character. You know, I get impatient. So that's an issue with me. So I need to set up rules. For instance, I want to buy in October at a low, and I'm going to keep it until May. And if I don't, if I sell it sometime before that, or I get out, stopped out, then I'm not buying again till May. You know, they say sell in May and go away. So that's what I'm planning on doing. That's my strategy. I have a simple strategy because I'm a simple person. I don't have a lot of money. So we've covered that. Okay, so know yourself. Number two, know the market, know what's available, know what you can do. Number three, set up a strategy, which I already described my strategy, right? Number four, implement the strategy. So let's talk about these two stocks, because as Hugh Henry says, you know, you don't want return on your money, you want the return of your money. That's a little crude. Now, first thing I see is the RSI, which is saying this stock versus the S&P 500 is cheap, relatively speaking, because in the stock market is an existential exercise. It is based on relative value. So relative to the S&P 500, this thing is at 30% of all those, so it is cheap. And if you look at the chart, it's cheap. And if you look at the McCAD, the indicator, it's also trading at a bottom down here. It's broke through. It's pretty much broke. And what's nice about this chart is this went down, but it didn't break into any of these. So this is down here. This is up here. So it kind of held. Okay? So I like that. Walmart. Similar. Walmart is a little higher. It's almost to 40%. Relatively speaking. And it also is at a bottom on its McCAD. So it's relatively cheap for where it's at compared to the S&P 500. Now both of them went up strong down here from the low. Down in, see, now there was a place to buy right here. So that would have been in around the fall. That would have been in the fall, right here, and then here's May, right in here. That would have been perfect. I mean, that's successful. You buy at 48, you sell at 60. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Same thing here. Okay, so let's look at the the financials, which I don't really know a lot about. Just going to touch on some things. Market cap. Jeez. That is $250 billion. $250 billion. That is a lot of money. A lot of money. And trades a lot. I like to see the range. I thought they had the range of, in the year, where the stock had traded. 52 week, sure. 70. So it's down the bottom of its yearly low, so it's cheap. The dividend, you're going to get almost 3% dividend. So if you've got 10,000 in it, you're going to get $270 a year out of it. So you're going to do better than a CD. And you could probably buy this thing once and keep it for your life. Yeah, that probably would be probably wouldn't hurt you much. All right. So it's got a PE of almost 15. Exxon, you're going to be a little richer. You're going to make it on your mythical 10 grand. You're going to make an extra $100 every year. So yeah, you'll be over that. You know, in 3 years you'll be able to get yourself a high-class hooker with the difference. You can just one time. You know, if your gal is the kind of girl that keeps you on a tight leash. So yeah, little humor there. Very little, I know. Okay, so this baby, this baby is trading right at the bottom of its range, of the 52-week range. 77, it's at 78. You're going to get her cheap. You're going to get a good dividend. Your PE is lower. It's nearly 12, and yeah. So I just wanted to show you this. So compared to the S&P 500, you're getting a cheap stock, because the average is 21 on your PE, price to earnings. So that's cheap. Okay, and you're getting in one case 100% more than the average on your dividend yield. In another case, what, 60% more? So yeah, those are strong. Those are strong. Okay. I would lean towards Exxon. You know, they are actually more evil. So the more evil in this world, the better. Take care. Bye.